Hello, everyone. Welcome to another awesome day of FileMaker training. Today with FM Starting Point, let's talk, or fmtraining.tv. Let me just go to the website real quick. Let's see, where is fmtraining.tv? If you go to fmtraining.tv, you can see the upcoming broadcast schedule. This is fmtraining.tv, that website. Spent some time last week with the management team discussing what we're doing, making sure that we are updating the video courses, refreshing them. And then a conversation came up with some of you, and this is why I want to take about 10 minutes on this. You can see the upcoming broadcast schedule here. Nick's doing building AI, outsmarting yourself, blah, blah, blah. It's all super great. I am not worried about AI today. I'm mostly worried because a lot of you know people who should probably be using FileMaker. And so this is a personal plea to all of you on Discord and YouTube and Twitch and everywhere you can see me, right? What ends up happening is that you have people could try FileMaker. The problem is that they have no way of trying it without writing a big check. Is kind of the problem. And so because they can try, the FileMaker has a 45-day free trial. And I guess the idea is that some company would build a database and see value and then immediately run around and buy a ton of FileMaker. I don't know anywhere where that's a reality on the planet. The problem is Claris does make money on their single copies of FileMaker Pro. They don't want to give them away for free, but we need them to do that in order to help get this into hands of new people. My question to all of you, I need your help. I need to convince Claris management that this is a thing, or we come up with a test program, like maybe we come up with 1,000 copies of FileMaker Pro that we put in the hands. You have to help me with this, everyone. David, Angel, and Ed, and Foxy Jack, and Schmiegel, and all the folks that are here and watching this on the recording. What is a plan that we can come up with to help get FileMaker Pro in the hands of people who won't feel like they're being rushed? Because if they feel like they're being rushed, then they won't do it at all. Margaret runs into a number of people who come on the show. They see, oh, if this looks amazing, then they find out that there's a 45-day trial, which is hardly enough time really to do anything measurable or useful, and they walk off. Some of them laugh at Margaret, and then they walk off or hang up, and it's bad. And because the executive team at Claris isn't here on the show, they don't watch this happen, but I'm watching money on two legs. It's like watching, so here's a stack of cash, right? And it's got two legs. And so it's walking out the door. And it's like on the way out, it's giving you this. So the question is, how do we grow the platform and convince Claris management that if we put training copies of Pro in new people's hands? It's not like if you buy Pro and you want to save yourself the money so you don't spend it next year. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about FileMaker Pro free for people who haven't played with it, who don't see and understand the value of it. How do we, what would be your suggestion? Claire says, well, can we give them a 6-month trial or demo? And I'm like, I don't know if that would solve the problem, because in the back of your head, you know you're on the clock. And Claris doesn't want to give up the revenue on that stuff, which is why it hasn't happened. So maybe it's a problem that I can't solve because I'm not a very influential or important person. I've tried. I need some ideas from you folks. I need you to send me an email at support@rcconsulting.com. Some of you are typing, David, Angel, and NJ. If you guys have serious idea, yeah, runtime's negative. Well, it's the same problem though. Actually, I'll be honest with you, it's the same problem. Back up. If Claris gave away FileMaker Pro for Mac and Windows for free, and it was legitimately free, then it would solve the runtime problem, because you could build a solution and just give people the copies of Pro. Claris, that was never a money maker for Claris. That was a money loser for them. So once again, that's another angle that could be played on this. It solves that problem, brings back runtimes. In a way, right? But I'm trying to figure out how to grow the platform, and running around and saying, give me $600 or you get capped is not a good conversation to have. It generally is a fail. So I just want to throw this out there. I'm looking for some of you, and I mean this seriously, like, what if we add 1,000 copies? What if we add 5,000 copies of Pro? And we put them on a 1-year subscription, and after the year they have to reapply for the subscription, but it's basically could be free, right? What if? And it's not server, and there's no peer-to-peer sharing. We turn that shit off. So it's FileMaker Pro with no peer-to-peer sharing. If you want to share, you got to cut a check. Real simple. Not all limited version, not all the features, limited database. No, I think it gets everything except peer-to-peer sharing because that's what I want. As soon as you share it and you have value, write a check, get some money, pay for it, right? Because it's an organization. If you're just using it personally to screw around with, you're never gonna buy a single copy for $600, which is what it is right now. Okay, developer license used to be 199, not so much at 199. Yeah, well, okay, so Canberra, yeah, here's the deal. No one's going to pay $199, and most people probably won't pay $99. Well, I'm not trying to solve the developer license issue because this developer license down here comes with a copy of server. I don't want that on the plate at all. This is where you get it for free, you use it for free, and then as soon as you want to share the solution, the FMP12 file is shared with people, write a check, pay for it.
Write a check. Yeah, this is the way. FileMaker Pro Dev for free. You can download, use it, play with it, create files, create fields, create whatever. And then when you want to share it, which is 99 or 99% of people what they want to do, right? Boom, they have to pay server.
That's exactly. And so it's free. And so so everyone's talking about this like in between tier, and I get that, but I'm trying to solve the brand new person problem. I mean, here's the deal. Realistically, if you have a company, I mean, because the only people that are licensed to use developer versions are the developer and no one else. They're not allowed to share with anyone else. If you guys are doing that, you're breaking the rules with that. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm not encouraging it. Well, here's what I want to do. I want it to be free when it's appropriate, and I want all of us to pay money when it's appropriate. And we can't onboard people by telling them it's give me $600 or I'm going to shoot you. Freemium should have all the features except sharing. That's exactly correct. Once you solve that problem, then we figure out if there's an entry-level point with the server, and right now it's $200. So if you had free, and then you have value and you want the server just for yourself, then there's $200. And if you want server for a team of 5 people, then it's $1,200, which is what it is right now. So I'm open to suggestions. I'm trying to convince Claris, and they're like, Richard, yeah, no. So I need all of your help to think about this. If you were how would you, so because Claris is just not going to do it. So what we have to do is we have to come up with some sort of trial program where we do this. And if we had 1,000 copies of Pro, could we get it in the hands of 500 new people? And what would that do for us? I'm just asking the question, right? If I can get Claris to fork over 1,000 copies of FileMaker for $1 a piece or $2 a piece or something like that, and then we subsidize it, we give it to people who are legit. We don't give it to NJ necessarily. But yeah, then it doesn't have peer-to-peer sharing, then do you folks have people you'd like to share this with? If I gave you 5 copies of Pro for free that wouldn't share at all, it can go and log on to a paid server, but it's not going to talk to a peer-to-peer. Do you have a worthy target who might be interested in this, you might help them and they might buy FileMaker? See, that's the evidence. If we can do this and we turn around and we get 50 sales of 5-packs, I mean, score, right? So that's what I'm talking about. So think about that, everyone.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, Adelaide is right. You know, the freemium should be free, all feature, but not share. If you want to share, you know, they say you select share and boom, you have to subscribe with us.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yep. That's end of conversation.
It's simple. Like 99% of people is.
That's instead of an individual using it for a recipe database or something like that, it's an organization using it to derive business value is the whole point. Because we need to grow the platform. You can't grow it by putting a gun to people's head, right? So Nick, are you prepared for AI? Ready to begin AI conversation?
I'm ready. Okay, so hello everybody. So today, so today we do a little bit more of AI. So I told you that I'm using AI to build FileMaker. You know, so I'm using AI also to manipulate and treat data and do things for me. And I'm going to show you many things for that, you know, like on the other side, that means retrieve data, deal with data, treat data, do some magic there. But this series that I'm doing right now is how to use AI as a building tool, as a FileMaker developer, right? So that's what I want to do. So, premise. What do I want to do? I have this field, I have this, file. Okay. So, okay, I have this file. And this file is giant. It's a giant file. Okay. And this file has a problem since the beginning, And the problem I have with this file is that, so this is how massive it is. Okay. It's a massive file. And the problem I have is this. We have this world, which is massive, okay, related to this world, which also massive, related to this world. See here, you have an umbilical that go there. We have a bridge that go there, right? And we have other bridges that goes there, there, there. Pretty much everything is related to everything. So I have this world related to this one, etc. So that is a major issue because it makes everything slow. Okay? But to sever something like this, right? It can take months of work. Right? So what I want to do is sever those umbilicals from this world, which is the main world. Okay, you can see it's massive. Okay, and the second world, which is this one, you can see this world here and this world, they are both the biggest, right? The others are smaller, right? So I want to cut the umbilical between this world and this world. Well, wait a minute. In this table, I have relationship, I have relookup, auto entry that use that umbilical.
Yeah, it's a big spider graph.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have calcs on both. I have calc in this table that use that relationship, and I have calc in this table that use that relationship, right? So if I cut this right now, I select this and I say delete, well, I break my solution. And it will take months to repair, right? If I want to do it manually, what do I need to do? Go to the source table and manually inspect everything, open this, inspect the auto entry. Do I have a contact, which is the name of the, of the relationship I want to remove? No, I don't, right? But maybe at this one I have. Yes, I have. Because I want to, if I cut the relationship, this will be unknown and I lose everything. Correct? So I need to do one by one. So do I want to do that? Because I have calculations, relookup, auto entry, calcs, summary fields that use that relationship, right? But also I have scripts, right? That might use this relationship, right? I have layouts, objects in layout that use that relationship. I might have in the layouts involved in this, which is this one, right? I might have fields using that relationship. So which one, where are they located, right? So if I want to, and if I cut that relationship, okay, from parcel to contact, this is what I want to do. I also have to check from contact to parcel because relationship, I have two ends in that relationship, right? If I cut the link between this here and this here, well, I need to check from here to there, and from here to there, right? If I want to do that, it will be months of work. Months. Correct? Okay. So remember, I sent to ChatGPT a file named relationship XML, which is an XML file of all the relationship of that solution out from the DDR, right? So I went there, design report, and I unchecked this, you know, and this, and this, and this. I unchecked everything pretty much, right? And I just said relationship and I click XML, right? So I got a file, an XML file, and I send that file to ChatGPT, okay? And now the file is in. What I'm going to show you only works if you have this, right? If you don't, if you use, I tried to use this, you know, none of them works. It's not going to look inside the file, right? It's not going to do it. You need to ask for this, okay? So that is $200 a month. So, but just by what I'm going to show you right now, even if it was $2,000 a month, it would have been worth it. Not really. Because what I'm going to show you, right, it's worth months of work. I'm not kidding. Okay. So before we continue, do we have any questions? Do I have a Discord here pop up? No, we don't. Okay.
Nope, we're good. Yep.
Okay. So did you guys understand the premise? What I want to do? You know, I want to sever disconnection, right? And replace it. What I want to do is sever, because what is happening right now? Okay, what is happening? When I go there and I have the related table, graph here, if I look for the related table, so why is, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. So all of those, where are the unrelated table? I need to, so I mean, pretty much the entire file is related. Yeah. All of those are related tables. Pretty all of this. All is related, you know. So I have the entire file is related to each other because their, because I have those umbilicals, right? Related table. All of those are related table, right? All of those. Try to find, oh, okay. All of this is related. Is way too much. Why the TO5 is related? Why, this is way too much. It's way too much. All of those are tables related, right? So I want to cut, but doesn't mean I don't need the calc in all the calc in parcel that use that relationship, right? I need them, but I want a new relationship that do A to B, not a relationship that goes from here to here. And then behind this, I have all of those, right? You understand? So I want just A to B, right? So I asked ChatGPT to do the work for me. So what did I ask? I said, okay, let's say I want to sever the connection between parcel and contacts. I want you to list me all fields in parcel that will be affected by this, auto entry, relookup, and want you to list all relationships that I need to recreate, right? Okay. So it took 16 minutes to think, right? 16 minutes. It's not a small deal, right? So what did he do? He did all of this. Identify impact fields, tracking changing, linking connection, mapping connection, examining piecing together, mapping relationship, revisiting relationship, understand dependencies, pinpointing, tracing field references, tracking, categorizing relationship, listing, he did all of this, okay, in order to give me this. So what he did, exactly what I asked him to do, right? So let me start. So he took the relationship XML, pull out all the thing, right? Field that dependent in contacts, auto enter and relookup. And he said, okay, auto enter lookup, this, then auto enter calculation, summary list fields, relationship you need to recreate. Actually, I have only one to recreate, to be honest, because this one is already A to B one, right? So all of this, what he did at the end, so he did all of this, contact name. So let's try if he's right. Let's see if he did if he did the job. Let's go to contact name. Okay. I'm here in parcel. Somewhere. And I go to contact name. He says, I have an auto entry calculation and a lookup. Who is right, by the way? I have both, right? So I want to show you how precise this is, okay? So let's check. Why said I have an auto entry and a lookup? Okay, let's double click. How would that be possible that I have both? Yeah. I have an auto entry that use contacts name full. right? And I have a dormant. This is how we call that. It's dormant. It was at one point a lookup, and I deactivated for calculation. But the lookup is there, and we call that a dormant. We call that dormant, like sleeping, right? But it's there. Contacts, contact name full. If I cut contacts, that dormant relookup will be broken. That's what you want to say here. Contact name has an auto entry and a lookup that copies this. Right? Correct? This is how freaking precise this is. Okay? So we can go and, like, let's say we go to this field, right? He says that it's a calculated field stored, builds a URL using contact web router UUID and the parcel UUID. If contact is disconnected, this formula can't resolve the contact token. Okay, so let's try. URL here. It is a store calculation, and I go there, contact web router UUID, and if I subvert this, this will become like this, right? Broken, because and this will become unknown, right? And I don't know what it is. So this is not great presentation, in the web, in the thing like this. So what I asked ChatGPT, I say, okay, that's perfect, right? Generate me a PDF, well organized, and help me work with the remapping, right? So he built something to help me with the remapping, and he came with something like this. Hold on, because I have many. He came with something like this. So, parcel field that depend on contacts. Relationship to recreate for an A to B anchor buoy configuration. So everything is there, guided. Direct link to server 1. This one is the base, right? Additional, additional, I could have 4 more, but I don't want, because those are already A to B configuration, right? So which 4 it says I want to, which 4 additional, okay, let's go, continue. Contact label TO parser 2, right? Other parser contact bridge 61. So those are those are 61 are all the TOs that use contacts in their, attachment as a primary table. The 61 that he listed, right? The 61 that he listed are those table, right? This. I mean, those are okay. I don't want to sever them. They are already A to B, right? So let's continue. So the lookup. So here, I need to stop. Impacted parcel fields. How many fields I have in parcel that will be impacted if I sever contact? Okay. 13. Lookups, requiring relookups, whatever. Okay. So let's start. This one, Interesting. Why this one? Okay, I have a lookup source with this. So let's try. Let's assume if it's right? Right? We want to see if it's right. So I'm going there, contact UUID. I have a lookup, which it says, right? And if I go there, this will be impacted? Yes, it does. Right? If I cut this, bye-bye. Let's continue. Contact them. We did it. Let's continue. I have an auto entry calculation references contact. Account handler. Okay? Accounts, handler, account, handler, account, handler. Okay, here. Most portable. Okay, here. It's a big, giant mess, right? And where is my contacts? Parcel. Wait. It says, or did I change it already? No, it's there. It must be there. It must be there. Here, I should have a contact one. Oh, it changed. Okay, yeah, we changed it. It was here. It changed it. It's okay. It's already changed. So let's go to another one. Because that's the test we did earlier. Because I did that with the customer because we were talking about doing this and yeah, he did it. Okay, so because it was there. So let's go. Alert, contact pref. Alert, contact pref. Where it is? Here. Contact. What he was saying, I have number of initial value and tags want initial value. So here, tag wants initial value and number of initial value. So it tells you what, So let's go to correspondence require indicator, right? Okay, let's go. Boom. Contact. What he was saying. Pref additional service requested. Pref additional service requested. So really, you're not blown away with this. Normal. It's like whatever, right? Correct? No. Is there people talking on Discord? I don't see any. Okay. So anyway, okay. To me, this is worth month of work, but not only month of work. It's month of painful work. Okay, unnecessary painful work. Okay, and there's no base element or whatever software outside that can be that precise. It's impossible, right? So this code is dead. I think. I don't see anything moving. Okay, so let's continue. So obviously, it is accurate. Okay, so it works. It does the job. Okay, it does the job. So now he asked me to replace, so I need to replace that parser contact. But now I want to create a relationship now. I want to create a relationship. And from here to contacts, but I want to know if I already have it. But because I wasn't using my nice naming, right? I think this one is. Yeah, see, is there. This is what I want. So I know it exists, but I want to ask ChatGPT, right? If he can find, okay, a relationship. I want ChatGPT to find it. Marge, are you there?
I am here, yes.
No, because nobody's even chatting on Discord. Discord's dead.
I think people are just absorbing, though. You should all reassure Nick that you're in fact alive and listening and not just falling into the void of the internet.
Okay, yeah, no, because it could be, I could be like disconnected sometime. Okay, so I want to ask this, right? So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, do I have a relationship from parcel to contact using these predicates? I found it, but I want you to demonstrate that I can ask this, right? So I'm in a pro mode, right? So this is what happened when you are in a pro mode, right? So he's going deep, okay? So I don't know how long it will take to do that, okay? Because the pro mode, I think it will be fast because it's a simple question, but you can see what happened. So pretty much none of you guys have seen ChatGPT in pro mode, right? So this is the opportunity to show you what happened in pro mode, right? But none of this had been possible without a pro mode, right? So why I'm doing this? What I'm doing with this? Well, I'm creating my new relationship. That's what that's what that's why I want to do it. But I don't. While he's doing this, he's going to find it. So he found mapping relationship. So I asked, do I have a relationship puzzle with using that predicate, right? So this one, I know I have one, right? So he will is mapping, knowing that this XML is massive, right? Is massive, and that's why it is useful to use ChatGPT for that. Okay. So now that so now that I have this new relationship, right? I can rename this relationship here. The new is named the new contact. So I'm going to move that new contact on top of the food chain here, right? And I'm going to rename it TOO, because that will be the future name of the anchor, okay? TOOA parcels, okay, to contacts, okay, using UUID contacts, okay? So this is the new relationship using this. Before between parcel and contact, I was using the old number. That was a sale number. That was old. Now I want to use a UUID, more robust. So now I can do this, go there and start doing this. UUID, I open the relookup, right? I go there and I change to TOOA. Boom. That's it. I don't break anything because the contact and TOOA they point to the same parent table, contact, right? But it's another relationship now. So I do this. Now I continue. Contact name. I'm going to contact name. I know that I have a dormant, contact name. I have a dormant relookup that I didn't even know. I didn't even remember that, but ChatGPT told me, you have a dormant, you have a dormant, what's the name? Relookup that I want to keep. I don't want to destroy it. But this is what I need to do. TOOA, boom. Right? That's it. So I'm doing that. I continue, the account handler, right? Account handler. I'm doing this. I go there. Oh, this is done already. Because I don't see any contact here. I think John did it. Because we did that as a test. So alerts, contact ref. Okay. Here, TOOA, boom. Double click here, TOOA, boom. See, I change this. I continue. So contact ID, contact nickname. So I do this. So instead of opening, instead of opening all my calcs, right? I can do it like this, right? So it's not as painful. TOOA. Oh, why is not working? TOOA. Boom. And boom, 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 boom. That's very fine. That's good. Okay. Let's continue. GIP, but this is it's a global, but I might have an auto entry that goes to the contact. TOOA. Boom, boom, boom. And IP address, boom. TOA, boom. See, I'm changing this so it's not painful. Survey. Okay. Which one? Survey all. Okay. Summary all. Boom. Ouch. See. Okay. So now. So which? Okay. Here is a big mess. Which one in the survey? The pref additional service requested. Okay. It's only one. So I need to find one with contacts in this big mess. Oh, here. See? Pref additional service requested. See? I can change this. TOOA. Why is it not working? TOOA. Boom. Boom. Right? And the tag amount outstanding. Prior contact. Okay? Boom. Okay? TOOA. Boom. Boom. So all my auto entry done. I have an unstored calc, URL, AOA, boom, TOOA, boom, boom. And the other one, AOA binding arbitration, okay, boom, TOA, boom, boom. Right? So I am done. I replaced with this. So I replaced this. See, the relationship to recreate A to B, I did it. I did the TOOA. The TOOA is a new password to contact, right? So I did it. Those I don't need because they are already A to B, right? So I don't need to do that. Okay, so now I can click here. I did my job here on from parcel to contact. To do this one by one, I have 1,200 fields, 1,200 fields. To make sure, do you know if in tax rates, PCT, CH, latest versus prior, are you sure you're not pointing to contact? How you know? You don't. That means you have to open you have to open the field. You have to open and check one by one. With ChatGPT, it came with this, right? It came with this, and he said, no, this is it. This is it. Now, that's great. Where it is here. So he found it, right? So, and in new contacts, he found it. So now, when I said, yeah, that's great, that's super great, right? But I want you to do the same, listing all fields, auto entry and VLOOKUP involved in the severance but this time into contact table, all fields that have calls related to parcel. So calls, I mean cans. So that was parcel to contact. And of course, I have contact affected severing, contact to parcel. So now I can go to contacts and do the same thing, right? So I'm not going to do it right now because but it's super easy to do. This is it. I have a lookup, auto entries, which I have more. That's why I don't want to do it. And store calcs, right? So, but I don't have, but to be honest, I have only this one. I can do it because those are already TO, already A to B. Those are A to B. They go to parcel, but in A to B. So I don't need to, I just need to replace those three, this one, those those 4 fields, and this one. So I can do it, and those 2. So let's do it. So I'm in contact, right? So I might have a new relationship, right? So to parcel, that means, that's what I want to do. I want to have from here to parcel. So let's ask ChatGPT, because I have no idea where it is, which relationship is going to parcel here. I have so many. Maybe, it's here. That with parcel number, and this is not what I want. This is no, is with UI. No, but this is selected. I don't want this one. This is a selected. I don't want this one. It should be this one. No, that's the GTRR. It's not this one. No. So I have no idea where it is. Right? Which one? This is the active one. So I might not have it. This one. Yeah, it's there. So I found it. So I don't need, because it's a T05Y, contact to parcel by UUID contact, or this is what I want. So I'm going to the fields. I'm listing this. I'm going there first. So G selected parcel UUID. I have an auto entry here. And I'm replacing, yeah, but this one is okay. Yeah, this one is okay. I don't need to replace this one because it's already, it's okay. J Selected parser UUID. Yeah, I don't need to select this one. This one is okay. So let's go to the conclusion code. Conclusion code. List activity. Yeah, this one. So here parcel T05Y. Remember this one. Oh, T05. No, from contact. Yeah. Oh, this one was broken, by the way. See, it was broken. It was broken. Okay, so trigger and T05Y. Okay, the other one, the dates contract expired, right? T05Y. Okay. The exemption lists. Okay. The free types by. Oh, I hate when you do that. Okay, so T05Y, T05Y. Okay. T05Y, 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 and T05Y, T05Y. So now you know what the names, right? So I have all of this done now, and this one, T05Y, T05, 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 T05. Okay. This is done. This done, this done. Review candidate. Okay. Review candidates Calc 9. Okay. T05Y and T05Y. And a review Calc 9 and the canned email. Whoosh, agent. So where it is the current tax year. Okay, it could be down. Current tax year. Do you see it? Parcels. Yeah, nobody's watching
Current
anyway.
text here.
Yeah.
Can
It
you
should be
find?
like
Can't you search in calculations using
no,
MBS?
data prior. There's
Oh,
that's so yeah. I forgot about this.
MBS.
Yeah, NBS is here. T05Y. I always forget about this. That's the only one I have anyway. So yeah. Yeah, thank you, NBS. Web client portal, AOA. Okay. Well, here, T05Y. Okay. So I'm done. Right? So I've done, so now I'm going to show you something before we go. There's no question. Well, we have questions, but
We do, yes.
But I don't understand what GPT recognized not reference field being used,
Like
the one used. Yes, of course. He detect everything. No, you don't have to change the layout. I'm changing in a calculator. So yeah. So let's bring those. Okay. So GPT recognized not reference field being used, like the one. Yes. He recognizes all. He recognizes the problem. He tells you if there's something wrong. Okay. Don't have to change in the layout. No. Right now, no. I don't. Right? Because I'm doing just definition of fields. Right? I didn't sever anything yet. I didn't cut the relationship yet because I'm not done yet. So far, what I've done, right, is just the definition of fields. I didn't change any related field. No, I didn't sever yet. But now I don't want to update the XML file, which is giant. I just want to inform ChatGPT that I made change in the XML file, and it will update accordingly. Watch this. Now, I want you to remember that all calc mentioned in parcels, involving the severance of the contacts TO are now related to a new TO named T00A blah, blah, blah. Okay? This one. By the same token, all fields referred in the contacts table related to involved in the severance of the parcel TO are now related to TO5Y. Please store for further use and keep file updated. So now it's going to, it's going to analyze this. And even though the XML file still reference to parcel, now it updates that all what it says before. So pretty much he understands because we're part of the same conversation, right? So now he knows, right? So I'm in Pro. Pro is more detailed, Pro you go deeper, so it's slower, okay? So, but okay, I don't know you guys, but I'm blown away because to do that, it took me minutes. It will have taken me weeks. I know you don't believe it, but I know. It would have taken me weeks to open and close every single file. And I would have, I have a dormant relookup in. You think I remember that? Right? And wait a minute. So I just did the definition of fields. But now I need to go conditional formatting, which I have billions, and I need to go to hidden state, and especially I need to go deep in the freaking script. This will be a huge amount of time to build. Okay. So before we go to the script, I'm going to show you how we do the layouts. But can you imagine what you can do here? I mean, I don't know. To me, I'm okay. Maybe you guys don't do what I'm doing, right? But to do that, if you need to do that one day without ChatGPT, it's month, and you're not even sure you will get it without, because here I will make it. I'm sure that there's no problem, right? Because it didn't, we didn't keep any rock unturned. So, okay. Could tell GPT to do the change in the XML file, then inject the update in the solution. Could tell GPT to do the changes in the XML file, then inject or update to the solution. Yeah, right now we cannot do that. We can do that in scripts and stuff like this. So this is I'm going to show you. But we can do that, injecting inside the file like this. No, unfortunately not. But I hope one day we can do that. Right? So we don't have questions, so we can land and we do tomorrow. We do tomorrow. What the topic tomorrow? I saw the topic is different. We have the sorting again.
Tomorrow's topic should still be AI. So, and
Okay,
then Thursday
yeah,
will
okay.
be sorting.
Okay, so and then I will give the file again, and
Yes.
yeah. So I will do some AI stuff on Thursday to help me enhance and improve that file. Anyway, I want to do that
That'll
today
be
and
fun.
yesterday,
Yeah.
but it will be. But yeah, it's better if I'm like this, for example. The customer said, John said, okay, can you do that for me, please? And say, yeah, I can do it. And I do that for the webinar, so it's right. I use that as a webinar material. So we have Foxy Jack. To me, the impractical become, yeah, I mean, so ChatGPT knows everything about my file, right? So I can pretty much ask whatever I want, right? And prove it. So if you want to do what I've done in minutes, without any pain, you want to do it manually, well, do it. Do it if you want to do it. If you want to do it manually, you can do it. I mean, it was manual, but reading where to go, right? And you will see when we come to the scripts and the layouts, right? That will be interesting, right? And but yeah, the problem is, no, you can't do anything I'm showing you until you get the so he sent to me an XML file with and the change log. So what it does? What is this XML? I need to use edit. Yeah. So I have an XML file. It's right. So yeah, it's okay. So 35 reference were updated across parallel field, lookup token reference. Okay. generate the 2 PDF guides. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. No, it's okay. Thanks for now. So yeah, I can switch to, right? So I can switch to auto or instance, right? So I can, boom. And so you switch to but I'm staying in auto most of the time, right?
Mhm.
So, but if you want to do that, but ChatGPT said, so can you explain to my audience, which is watching, to switch to your pro mode? Just I need to say deep think this and that. So if you say deep think this, poof, right? You switch to the pro mode, which is doing right now, I think. And yeah, so it's so you said deep think this, and it goes, so explaining, so he's going to explain to you. And anyway, so the pro mode, but there's nothing what I'm doing here. There's absolutely nothing you can do without the pro mode. That's why maybe you try at home and you say, oh, Nick is, he's daydreaming. But no, it's unfortunately, you need to, but just for this, it took me minutes to do something. It would have taken me hours to do, days, weeks. The problem will be, the problem is on layouts, right? Layout and scripts. I would have more work, right? So it's a auto speech pro, deep thinking, what to do, what to actually do, be on a pay plan plus pro business, okay? Open the model selector, ChatGPT 5, and there's when you select GPT-5, it can be used to chat automatically thinking for harder prompt. You don't have to say or code word. The system choose deeper reasoning when it helps. Yeah, but sometimes you need to force it. Optional, deep search is separate. Deep search is an internet search workflow available to pay user. It's not triggered by phrase user. It's a feature you start from the UI, UI Pro. Okay. Okay. So, no? Okay. I thought. Okay, no problem. Okay. Well, so you have the explanation of the pro mode. Okay. So,
Sounds good. We all good?
yeah, so tomorrow we do the layout stuff.
Yes.
Okay. And,
Which will be fun, I think.
yes.
Cool.
Even though I don't see any movement on the Discord, but I don't know. I think it's
Well,
important.
I'll forward you
Yeah.
an email that I got the other day. There was someone writing about how they were using some of the AI stuff. It was a different one. I
Uh-huh.
don't think you've seen it, and how it helped them a lot. So, people are
Okay.
watching and
So,
people are getting information out of it.
yeah, I mean, it's yeah. So this is, to me, that is unbelievable. I mean, not only this, but when you have a problem, or you want to, we will build stuff, for example, we will build custom function, and I will build scripts, and we will build stuff like this that will take days, hours, and sometimes ChatGPT doesn't give me the full stuff right away, which last time he did. When I said, generate me a custom function based on this one, but doing this and this and that, it did that fast, right? But I trained ChatGPT the way I want, and I have the promote, which, changed everything. And so I try Claude, to be honest with you, right? So because everybody say, yeah, Claude, yes. But no, I want to show you that I'm not lying to you. I try, okay? I went to the $100 I paid, I use it, and I unsubscribed, right? Because paying $100 to do things that ChatGPT does for free, I don't see. It's not the same. It's not the same AI at all. I mean, talk to a friend of mine and he say, yeah, if you want to download the model and if you want to use the AI on your own server, Claude is better than GPT. Maybe. I never did that, so I can't say, right? But it's not, what's the name? It didn't work for me. It's for one reason. So I asked a basic question, and this was a no-go. Right. Size limit 32 megabytes. Ciao. Because I will pass this all the time, and so it's, and but it can read XML structure, but even if the file is 4 or 5 megabytes, it has a text limit as well, right? So pretty much it's unusable for me. So, and yeah, it's not for me. So but I want to show you that, I mean, I paid, I tried, and buy. So, and it doesn't do the deep search I want. It doesn't do the deep reasoning I want. It doesn't learn the way ChatGPT can do, because the big difference between the other AI is like, okay, 1 + 1 2, but it's a okay. Claude is a smart calculator. Claude is a smart tool, right? But there's no what's the name? Possibility of learning, adapting. It stays okay. 1 + 1 2. I can say GPT, okay, 1 + 1 equal 3 right now, right? And it will act accordingly. It's okay, no problem. Right now, 1 + 1 equal 3, no problem. So it's extremely flexible, which Claude is not. It's a good tool. It's a nice calculator, right? It's a good calculator, but no way. But I think it's not the same. I mean, for the scientific, maybe it's good. Or I never used Gemini or stuff like this. I try to use more those other models. Maybe for PDF, Claude is better. Everybody says Claude is good for PDF. I don't know. I have no idea. So I don't know. We'll see. But to me, what I'm doing with ChatGPT is I've really, like my friend, the guy in Australia said, is to me, it's like sci-fi. It's like, I'm talking to Mr. Data in Star Trek. So yeah. So I want to share, but I understand. But we will build stuff. We'll build script. We'll build, and I will show you how I'm doing this. Like this. This is huge. It's huge, gigantic. But it's okay. Okay, so
Sounds good to me. We can continue this conversation tomorrow.
okay,
Thank you, Nick.
thank you,
Have a good one,
everyone.
everybody. We will see you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.